Hello again, my lovely students. This is Miss Razan. Today, we are going to continue plants and animals in hot countries number 2. But here, we are going to focus on plants. So, in this lesson, we are going to know how plants keep cool and save water in hot places. As you know, that there are not many plants can live in hot places. But those plants have their own ways of keeping cool and saving water. For example, palm trees, they develop leaves with thick, tough skin. So, palm trees develop leaves with thick, tough skin. Do you know why palm trees develop leaves with thick, tough skin? What do you think? Why do palm trees develop leaves with thick, tough skin? Actually, you know that they are in very hot places. So, the sun there is very hot. So, they develop leaves with thick, tough skin to protect them from the sun. So the main purpose of the thick, tough skin to protect the leaves from the sun. So again, palm trees develop leaves with thick, tough skin to protect them from the sun. Okay. Some plants like cacti, their leaves stop water escaping from the plant. So they save the water inside them to use it when they need. So again, cacti have leaves and those leaves stop water escaping from the plant. So they save the water inside them to use it when they need water. So again, the plants in hot places may have thick, tough skin to protect it from the sun and to prevent escaping the water. So, as you know, that plants have to adapt to live in their place because they cannot move to find shade and water like animals. So, if the plant is lucky, its seed fall in shady place. But other plants have adapted to grow in full sunlight. Look at this picture. We have actually 2 examples of plants can live in full sunlight. The first one, this plant, we called it juniper. Juniper is the first plant that can live in full sunlight. And also here we have eucalyptus. Eucalyptus also can live in full sunlight. So, some plants have adapted to grow in full sunlight, such as juniper and eucalyptus. Juniper, together, repeat, juniper, juniper, eucalyptus, juniper, eucalyptus. Okay, now here we have 2 investigations in your book. So open your book, page 87. We have 2 investigations. You can make it at home. So let's start with investigation number 1. Here the title of investigation, how plants stop water being lost from their leaves. Actually, we are going to make this investigation, or you can make this investigation to know how we stop water being lost from their leaves. So what do we need to make this investigation? We need 3 pieces of cloth, and those 3 pieces should be wet. So copy the pictures. Here you have to make those 3 shapes in the pieces of cloth. The first one, wet cloth, is in sealed plastic bag. So we have to put the wet cloth in sealed plastic bag. And the second one, open wet cloth without putting it inside anything. And the last wet cloth, rolled wet cloth. So 3 wet clothes. The first one inside a plastic bag. The second one open wet cloth. And the last one rolled wet cloth. Now bring those 3 wet clothes and put them under the sunlight. Okay. Now leave them for enough time. Put them outside in the sun until the open cloth is dry. So this one, we put it inside a plastic bag. This one, we leave it open. This one, we rolled it. We put them under the sunlight. So when the open cloth, where is it? This one, open cloth is dry, we will remove all of them. Now the question is here, what did you find? Or what do you think? What you will find when you put all of them under the sunlight and wait the open wet cloth to dry? Actually, you will notice that the open cloth has dried in the heat of the sun, but the other clothes have had the same amount of time in the heat of the sun, but have not completely dried out. So the open wet cloth will be dry, but the 2 other clothes will not dry. Okay? So if you make this investigation, you will understand what I explained. So put those 3 wet clothes. This one open wet cloth. This one open, but we put it inside the plastic bag. And this one rolled wet cloth. So this one will dry first. Then those 2 wet clothes will still wet or not completely dried out. This is the first investigation. The second investigation number 2, what happens when a plant has no water? So you know that when you don't water the plant will die, because one of the most important things that plants need to live is water. So what is this investigation here? They told us that you have to put the potted plant outside in the sun and don't water the plant, and observe what will happen to the plant over the next few days. So you know that without water, the plant cannot grow well, and the plant will be wilt. Okay, so what differences did you see, or what you will notice? Actually, the plant without water wilts. Wilts mean be very collapses. Okay, so those are the 2 investigations. If you want to make them at home, here bring a plant, potted plant, and put it on the window under the sunlight, and don't water it, and observe what will happen to the plant over the next few days. Okay, now open your book, as we said, page 86. Let's highlight or write. What do we need to write here? Plants and animals in hot countries, number 2. So please write number 2 beside the title. Okay. Then, as we said here, that there are not many plants that you stay alive when the weather is very hot and dry. Those that can have clever ways of keeping cool and saving water. As we said, palm trees and also cacti, they have clever ways of keeping cool and saving water. And Unlike animals, plants cannot move to find shade and water. We say that plants cannot move like animals. So, if the plant is lucky, she or it will find or it will fall in shady place. And here, the last thing in this page, you have to highlight it. It's very important that some plants like juniper and eucalyptus have adapted to grow in full sunlight. So this is juniper and this one eucalyptus. They have adapted to grow in full sunlight. Okay. What about this page? Here they told us that palm trees develop leaves with thick, tough skin. We say that to protect them from the sun. And some other leaves like cacti, they also stop water escaping from the plant so they can live in dry places and hot places. Okay, and already we explained those two investigations, this investigation and this second investigation. Okay, we have finished this lesson. If you have any question, you can send it in B12. And also, if you make any investigation, you can send to me the result also in B12. Thank you for listening and good luck.